What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video I am making about mobile home living. Excuse my hair and excuse the darkness. This video didn't go as planned out as I expected it to be, and I might have to stop in between when my DoorDasher gets here, but because I'm doing this in between a late lunch. But I've been living in a mobile home pretty much all my life, and I feel like mobile home living is pretty outspoken, and I believe it's because when people look at mobile homes, they tend to a lot more, some people might see them as their forever home, but a lot of people tend to look down on them and see them as homes that are just starter homes or homes that can mess up easily. Obviously, some people who live in mobile homes are called trailer trash, but if you look at it more, you can see that if you were to open your eyes, you could see that there's actually a lot more to it, and mobile homes have actually come a bit far over the years. If you really want to see what I'm talking about, you can look at YouTubers like Chance's Home World. Shout out to Chance. Love your videos, man. He does mobile home tours throughout the country, and I've seen some pretty nice mobile homes, I won't lie. I mean, I'm more of a fan of the basic sheetrock type mobile homes, but still they are pretty cool to look at. And if you like modular homes, which is similar to a mobile home, he has those videos as well. But anyway, let's get down to the video. Before we begin, please note this is based off of personal opinion, nothing professional, so if you want a more professional video, this video may not be for you. But anyway, if you guys are new here, my name is Lil Clicklate and I have high functioning autism. Enjoy the video. Also, someone wants attention. This is my cat, Mad Eye Moody. Say hello. Say hello. Ouch. Hey. She's shy. Alright, so I'll have to make this, like I said, I may have to stop because my dasher is actually on the way, but at first I thought maybe that I would start with maybe the two main things that everyone is wondering when buying a home, and that is how big it is, what's the storage like, stuff like that. So we'll start with the space. So I'll show you my living room again when we get to the storage part. Almost the whole house to be exact, but this here is kind of an example of how big some mobile homes can be. Now, some people might think it actually depends on whether or not you get a single wide or a triple wide or even a double wide. I mixed them up. I was gonna say minority, but who cares? But really, y'all, it actually depends on the size of the mobile home itself. For example, this mobile home is it's less than 300 square feet, but as you can see, the size of your screen might fool you, but it actually is pretty big. Like I said, I don't know for sure, but you can get a size similar to this in a single wide as well. But I think this kind of shows one thing that people don't know about mobile homes is that they aren't necessarily these small little homes with crappy sheetrock. This shows that these homes are really sturdy, and you can get them in a pretty good size. Because growing up, this mobile home has been perfect for entertaining. My parents would have a lot of church events here and small groups, and we would have friends over here all the time. So you can pretty much entertain in a living room this size. That's one thing to keep in mind. But like I said, if you would like to get something a bit bigger, like if this isn't big enough, you can get it, I'm sure, in another size. And if you want something that's more divided, you can get that as well. I'll try to post all those in another video. But yeah, let's get on to the next thing. So as far as storage wise goes, mobile homes aren't necessarily storage friendly, well, most of them, and it will sometimes depend a little bit on which kind of mobile home you get, but again, it does depend more on the size and not the kind of mobile home. Sorry if it's so dark, y'all. Let me turn some lights on. Alexa, turn the living room lights on. Alright, there we go. This is my living room. This is kind of a prime example. As you can see, space and storage wise, you can still store quite a bit of stuff. I made the habit of storing too much stuff, but you can see I have my shelf here and my little red drawer along with a shelf that I purchased from Dollar General. Give the focus a minute, so there we go. And then there's my little TV shelf, and then I've even found, excuse that messy counter, and the random TV and that stuff. I'm trying to add a little humor to the video. But as you guys can see, here's a neat little spot where I can put my Christmas tree, because this is being recorded around, actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more days before Christmas, so even though I probably won't probably post this after Christmas, but anyway, we'll go into my kitchen here. It's a little bit messy. As you can see, it's pretty. I have that's there to remind me to clean my Instapot, my pressure cooker, and put it back, and then put it back. But as you can see, we'll open a cabinet here. Got a pretty good amount of storage throughout the house. You'll excuse that scratching sound. Hey, stop that! Mad Eye. It's my cat. It's a little food pantry here, and then we'll keep walking. You can see I've got some outdoor equipment in one of my shop vacs, and then I have my own little plant area here. Sorry if my cat is interrupting, but as you guys can see, and then we'll go into the laundry room. It's pretty decent sized, and I'm gonna hit the pause button real quick and give you a fun fact about my mobile home. If you don't want to listen to this, feel free to skip. You won't hurt my feelings, but the home itself was actually installed backwards, as you can probably tell. I don't remember necessarily what happened, but when my parents saw it was in backwards, they thought, meh, it is what it is. And in my opinion, it kind of turned out better being put backwards. Gave us kind of a bit of space around the yard. But anyway, let's continue. Here's my bedroom. Give you guys an example of maybe what it would be like. What your bedroom would be like. Excuse that messy shelf. This is actually a lot less messier than it used to be when I don't have people help me. There's my TV and one of the nightstands. So one of the dressers. There's my nightstand over there, and a small little cubby I have stuff stored in. And then over here you'll see this is my cat's little area where she can play. I'm gonna get her a scratching post so she doesn't scratch the walls. That's what she was doing in the background earlier. Why you do that, huh? Why you do that? Uh-oh. That might be my DoorDasher. What time is it? It's almost 2:13. And here's my closet. Can kind of see. It's a little bit. It might look like it's cramped, but really, guys, it's not. I'm sorry. I know you guys can't really see. It's just about as much lighting as I can get. And then we'll go into my bathroom. Please excuse the gas station bathroom. And y'all can see I have a little storage area right here that actually originally, here's another fun fact, again, you won't hurt my feelings if you skip through it, but over here used to be a really big bathtub, and where the shower is, This used to be a really small shower that neither of my parents could fit in, or could I. My whole body was literally touching the shower. But anyway, after this was installed by my Ben Daddy and my late cousin Drew, aka Lil Gucci, rest in peace. After it was installed, as you can see, it created a little storage area here, and I have a few of my plants in here as well. I need to water them. And then we'll make our way down to, let me grab my phone in case the Dasher calls. I'm sorry y'all, I'm just not fully, I might not live off the grid, but I'm not on the grid, so I'm not really on the grid. So it's hard for people to delivery people to find my address. So we'll go through here. That's another bathroom, which I don't want to go in there. Then if you would like one room to turn into an office or a studio or both, this here is a prime example. As you can see here, with the help of my grandmother and my mom, I was able to turn this area into an office, this room into an office. This actually used to be, this was a room of many things. It started out as my bedroom, and then now it's my office space. Then here's an area where I store a few things. That's I have my shoe rack, and then I have a few other things stored in here. Let me turn the light on so y'all can see better. This actually used to be a walk-in closet. I know it might look as big, but it really was a walk-in closet. But yep, that should give everyone a prime example of space and storage. I hope that part really helped people understand like what, you know, they might need to expect depending on what size mobile home you get. Again, it really depends on the size. If you would prefer something a whole lot bigger, then you can get a triple wide. But if you do want to save save a bit more money and get like a single wide or triple wide, you can look into, there are other, they are not as small as they look. I actually saw a single wide going by on the highway on my way to the gym, and it was actually pretty big. So I would definitely look into this, y'all. I've been living in this mobile home since I was a baby, and I really came in love with the mobile home living. It's really put in quite a good vibes in me, but not as good vibes as God has, and I don't think I could ever walk away from it. Let's get on to the next thing. Alright, so I'm probably gonna get interrupted because I'm pretty sure my Dasher is almost here. And like I said, my address isn't fully on the map, so they might need to call me. And hang on. Alright y'all, hang on, I gotta go. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, y'all. My stinking phone wants to give me time notifications for some reason when DoorDash came, but it was worth it because I actually got a gift card from my gym trainer. But anyway, back to the video. So as far as mobile home cost goes, and remember guys, this is based off of personal views, like personal opinions, and so you might not get as much detail because I don't necessarily know the full cost of buying a mobile home. This actually sometimes will depend on what kind of mobile home you get. I think the most expensive mobile home you can get, which is obvious, is a triple wide or what's called a quadruple wide. They're both the same thing, but those in my opinion are the most expensive you can get. I will do another video once I look into see if I can find the full cost. I would have gladly done that in this video, guys, but like I said, this video wasn't well planned. I know I only have so much time, so that's why. But it gives me also another opportunity to do some more videos about mobile home living. But I would say, I can tell you this, and again, this is just personal opinion. If you, like I said, if you can afford it, and you want something that maybe a double wide or single wide, despite the size, isn't the one for you, you can get a triple wide or a quadruple wide. Like I said, they are very expensive, but a lot of them do kind of come in the form of a house, if you would, or almost look like a house. But you know, that's something you might want to keep in mind. But again, those are the most expensive. If you want to save, if you want something big but you want to save your money, if you want to save a lot of money, I would recommend getting a double wide, which is what I'm living in. The square footage, like I said, is almost about 1,300. So, and as you can see, like I said, don't let your screens fool you. It actually is pretty big. And then if you would and you can, I think, get it this size or a size similar to it, and a triple and a double wide as well. Sorry. Like that one I saw on the way to the gym. I don't know if that necessarily was the size, but it was pretty big. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you're not really a professional and just your average Joe. But speaking of single wides, if you want to save your money and maybe you are indeed looking for something, you don't really see yourself living in a mobile home full time. Maybe you're just trying to have something that's easy to remove. Just have something to live in until you can build your dream home, because that's another cool thing about mobile homes. I'll talk about it in a minute, but you can trade them in and have them removed. And another thing, you can they will also do that if your home gets repossessed. They will literally come and take your house from you on the truck and on the wheels. But anyway, that's the thing. If you just want to save money in general, maybe you're someone who doesn't necessarily buying your first home, or you're just looking for a home, just want a place to call home, and you don't really care about the size. I would recommend getting a single wide. Growing up, on a piece of land that my granddaddy owns, I used to go down there and spend the night a lot, and really, I would, for the most part, stay in my aunt's single wide that was on that piece of land, and it was a bit small, but despite that, it still did its job. We still managed to have a lot of memories in that single wide. I did a few videos of it on the channel before I started becoming popular. It's gone now, unfortunately, but here, I'll tell you where it is in a minute. But anyway, hopefully that can give people an understanding about what to expect when trying to buy a mobile home. I'll do another video on that soon, on the installment and everything and the full cost once I figure that out. So keep that in mind, y'all. But let's get on to the next thing. So the next thing, guys, is and this is another cool thing about mobile homes. I'm sure people are wondering, are mobile homes do they get damaged that easily? I'll put that on another part, and I'm sure people are wondering, are they easy to fix? Now, obviously it will cost you money to fix any home, but I will say they are pretty easy to restore, because what happened to my aunt's single wide, it was purchased by another family who lived around there that was looking for a home, I think for another family member, and they actually bought it and I think restored it, and I've seen it on their property. I've never visited their property or been in it, but it actually looks like a whole new mobile home. So that's the thing about mobile homes. You can, if you were to buy a used mobile home, maybe it's a little messed up. They are easy, even though it'll cost money. They are pretty easy to flip. My grandparents, from my dad's side of the family, my mom, my papa, they actually purchased a mobile home that's actually right next to their house and is renting it out. And it needed some work to it, but it took a pretty long while. But it was easy to go ahead and do a little it was easy to do a little DIY, and next thing you know, that mobile home looks pretty much brand new. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well. We've actually done a few things to this trailer over the years, because I, for the most part, still call them trailers. But and it has been hard. It did cost a bit of money, but it still was pretty easier than a regular home. That shower, like I said, in my bathroom was installed by my late cousin and my banddaddy, and it didn't really take them that long. But now let's get into the final, and in my opinion, the most important thing when it comes to living in a mobile home, and that is your mobile home safe from the weather? I don't know how to say it. Alright y'all, so this is the most important thing about a mobile home, at least in my opinion, because this can happen sometimes, or a chance it could happen in a single wide homes too, but this will happen in mobile homes period. Even if you live you live in an area where there's a rain, or maybe a small flood, or maybe just a severe thunderstorm, then yes, you are indeed safe, and you are safe from the weather in your mobile home. But if you live in an area where there's a tornado or hurricane, even if you have a triple wide or quadruple wide, whatever, anytime a tornado or hurricane comes, mobile homes are a big no-no. When a tropical storm came through, Tropical Storm Ian to be exact, and I stayed in my mobile home during the tropical storm, if I can be honest, I really should not have done that. Even though it wasn't as bad, I still should have went up to my grandparents' house, and I definitely will do that next time it comes. But anytime there is a tornado or a hurricane, you need to evacuate your mobile home immediately, and this is why. Mobile homes aren't built on a full structure when they are installed into the area. They might have what's now called storm strips under them, but guys, that only keeps your mobile home, in my opinion, from turning over. That's the least problem you have to worry about, especially in a tornado or hurricane. Tornadoes or hurricanes, as we learned in school, can easily rip off roofs, break glass, and blow through any homes, especially a mobile home. Sorry y'all, like I said, I'm a little unset up here, but who cares? Here's a little thing I looked up and found on Google. Since 1996, tornadoes have killed 815 people in mobile or manufactured homes, representing 53% of all the people killed at home during a tornado, according to an Associated Press data analysis of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration tornado deaths. So I would also kind of keep that in mind, also if you live in a modular home too. But anyway, that is just a prime example of what can happen if you live in a mobile home and a tornado hits it. But here are a few things you could do to prepare, and these are a few of these things you want to do. Or most of them, you want to plan ahead, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. The first thing you can do is create in your yard a storm shelter. Storm shelters are actually very popular in places where tornadoes hit the most, which is an area in America known as Tornado Alley. This consists of states including Texas and Oklahoma. A storm shelter is basically a bunker that is built with sturdy material underground that you can go and seek shelter in during a tornado. Now you want to make sure, and again, you want to plan this ahead, way before, not before a storm hits, but just any time of day. You just want to sit down and you just find a time to sit down and plan it, along with the other thing I'm about to tell you. But make sure you already have everything that you will need when the tornado hits until the warning is over. shelters come in different sizes, and there are a few. There's this one cool storm shelter. I don't really know much about it, but it is one that actually you can build under your porch steps, and you can open your steps and there's the storm shelter. And there are some in mobile home parks. One that I found out can actually store a whole bunch of people in there. So that's one thing that you guys could do. If it's not something you don't think you'd be able to put enough time into making it, or you want to save a little money, here's something else you can do. And again, plan this ahead. Find a time to sit somewhere and think. But look into some places that you know are safe during a tornado that you could go, like a gas station, a school, a church, or a rec center. If there aren't any close by, the next thing you would want to do, you want to try and find one thing that is similar to the closest, or almost the closest, but if you can't find any of those places, the next thing you would, or if you'd want to go somewhere, maybe just somewhere where you know the people, or just where you might feel comfortable, you would next want to figure out if you have any friends or relatives that live nearby whose homes are safe from tornadoes. Once you do that, go ahead and contact them ahead of time and let them know, or ask them if there was a tornado and you can come to their house. If you could come to their house. You also want to go ahead and contact them during the warning after you evacuate to let them know, so that way they can prepare as well to maybe leave their shelter, the basement door or storm shelter area open, or look for you. Because that's the thing about storms in general. You want to prepare, especially for something like that. But this, guys, is particularly why you want to prepare ahead of time, so you'll be ready if the storm hits. And one more thing, y'all. Make sure you're mindful, even if it doesn't look like there's nothing outside, or the storm could blow over you, or it's just the weatherman was wrong, it just looks like a small storm, or it could go over you like I said. Still be mindful and keep an eye on it, and this is why. There is a reason why they have you prepare and evacuate from a hurricane weeks before, and why in the National Weather Service during a tornado warning they say, if you wait to see or hear it coming, it could be too safe to get to a safe place. That is literally the reality. When the 2011 Joplin tornado hit, almost, I think, 230 people died. I can't remember. But many of them died because they chose to ignore the warnings, because they didn't pay too close attention to the weather conditions, or figured, it doesn't look too bad, there's no tornado. And that's the real story, y'all. Warnings were issued, sirens were wailing, but some people, if they were lucky enough, took shelter before it was too late. And because of that, that cost some people their lives. Please make sure you prepare before these conditions, not even if you just live in a mobile home, but also in general. If you don't, you could regret it, and that could be the last thing you ever do in your life if you don't. Okay, guys, so real quick, I hope this is pretty much the end of the video. I am gonna do one more thing, but if you want to go ahead and click on another video, you won't hurt my feelings. But I really do hope this kind of, despite it not being professional, really hope gave people an example of mobile home living. I look forward to doing more videos in the future. One thing I will say, like I said, this was not done by anyone professional, just your average Joe. So you might want to look on maybe Google or Bing, or find another video that kind of gives some more intel. If I find some more intel, I'll do another video as well. But I will say, if I see anything in my comments that tells me like you need to do this more professional, or hey, you haven't said enough of anything, like in a very rude or mean way, I will have that comment deleted and possibly have you blocked for a while as well. But before I end this video, I want to give a quick shout out to Trailers and T. I think that's what she's called. Yeah, that's what she's called. For those of you who don't know, she's She is a YouTuber as well that does videos about mobile home living, and one day I had commented when watching one of her videos, after mentioning she lives actually pretty close to some train tracks, if she would possibly film one for me and put it on her channel. And she gladly said yes, and sure enough, I remember looking through her YouTube channel again, like I do with all my favorite YouTubers I like to watch, and sure enough, there was a train video. And when I thanked her in the comment section, she responded back, and she actually also sent me a link when I commented about showing the train video to, I can't remember what, but it was another video, I think, of trains in Minnesota. I just thought maybe I would show her if she's watching this real quick. This is a special poster I have of all the Norfolk Southern heritage units, or most of them at least. I don't think Norfolk Southern runs in Minnesota, at least according to Google, but should you happen to see one of these Norfolk Southern units, I just thought I would show you. Turn my light on. These are called heritage units. This is the North Carolina heritage unit, the Conrail, and then this side is the heritage unit. This is the original engine design of Norfolk Southern. Like I said, Google says that Norfolk Southern doesn't run in Minnesota, but I'm sure you might see one go by just passing through, and if you do, and it's one of these engines, I just thought you ought to know. You don't have to film them, but I just thought if you see them, hey, I remember those engines, look like they told me about it in the video. And again, this is the North Carolina heritage unit, this blue one right here, it's the Conrail. And then this is the original Norfolk Southern design heritage unit. And again, Trailers and Tea, if you're watching this, you don't have to film them. That video was enough. I just thought I would let you know if you see any of these engines, what they were. But like I said, I would like to thank her personally. That video really warmed my heart, and shout out to you. Go ahead and check out her channel. And with that, I'm going to end this YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.